Hello, 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 everyone. Peekaboo, it's Venus Callida. I know that last night I just want to send apologies out there. I wasn't feeling well, and I ended up falling asleep again just before show was supposed to start, and ended up waking up like 2:30 in the morning. So I feel really bad, guys. So this is just a little makeup session. Please forgive me over on the Twitch side. I'll go in there later this week. Things are changing, things are developing. New streamlining of the show will happen for September, but until then, this week, I just wanted to show you some progress on Crush because tonight we're going to be doing housing and decor on the YouTube side. I'm going to finally build the wow kitchen of my dreams to do my cooking shows from, because this Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be doing Traxxer's Whiskey Night, which Trax and I were talking about yesterday. Well, I wrote it with him back in like May, but there's been just so much going on and so many different ideas to share. I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather. I'm gonna head back to the Mopar Car Show. It's like the biggest in Canada, and since Cordino's, which is Magnus's dad, showed me where to find it, I'm gonna go back there today because I'm gonna be making one or two different just music videos of like just chill out coffee time music with car shows, because this is the biggest in Canada and I know how to find it. It's gonna be like a day trip, so I'm not even gonna go swimming today, but I promise I will be back in time because it's gonna close down before my stream, so I'll be back tonight for a while. So since that, I owe you some content, guys. Let's go in. Hi, QP, sitting on my shoulder, the little angel of the Crush that Panda World. And we've got Polly. We won Polly here, the Time Warper, in the main game. But before we go and see her, I want to show you what's happened. So I've been changing the different looks. Here's Mio. We finally got her an outfit I like on her. She's our tank. Look at this. Our tank is finally, well, no, is she a tank? Is she, well, she kind of looks like a paladin, maybe, because I think Beverly's our tank. So this is our DPS. Mio, our DPS, is set. Unless she's our healer. No, Pally Healer. I'm going to give you Pally Healer, Mio. And she's finally got an amazing costume. We did it, and she's in something I am proud to show you she's wearing. So I've also put some people back in other of my favorite costumes that we have for them so far. Listen, I just like her bathing suit better than her main. Her main looks a bit like a dominatrix, and, well, that's not my vibe. So anyways, then Bonnie Bell finally gets out of the kitchen. Gotta love it. We're still working on Aika. She makes us work hard, but she's getting closer. Fumi, the cop of the Hush Hush world. Here we go. Here's Beverly, our tank. Our tank looks so good. And now we're hoping to get the coupons for Ruri to wear her costume. And we've got Esper. Esper has her costume, but we have to still max her out. But just to show you how all the girls are looking for our late summer. Now, Luna is always dressed for party. And Eva is the one we're working on right now. She's taken a long time. Trillions are just not enough to move that along very well, but so that's not moving very well. But she's at girlfriend. There's 3 of them at girlfriend now. Still, we need 10 hours. Won't be till later tonight that we can work on any more crystals, so we won't have any more crystals helping us in the main bay. But Carmen and Sutra, it's just all about the crystals at this point. And Peanut, as soon as we see those magic candles, we know it wants the like 89 trillion for one, and we need 5. Like, it'll take us forever. We're not working on that anymore. Now we're just working on main event girls. Here's Shibuki. Here's Bellatrix. We've got them from other games, other expansions. The ones that don't have the candles, like Juliet here. Esper, we're waiting for Love. Love's at a 6. We need it to be an 8. It's still running and it's buffed. But Esper's got the scythe from this from the main event game, so she's our DPS Death Knight. But we can't put it on her until we max her out. She's only at Awkward Besties right now. But hey, at least we're not in the friend zone. Yuki, we're still working on. Mary Bell, Bonnie Bell sisters, that's a no-go. This is a no-go. This is a no-go. We're not even going to divert resources here unless we're super bored. Aurora, waiting on Love. She'll hit before the other girl does. Lula, our alien, which we finally won. No go. Polly, oh no, she's got the magic candle. So Polly's made it to Crush. She got us extra crystals for the main special event game right now. Hobbies 52. They're at 51. 1 week to go, and we finally, after a year, it was in August of last year when we were already here with her in friend zoned, Man, she's making us work hard. She's like the bad attitude high school kid, you know? Anyways, we're still working on Sophia. She'll be after Kyoko. Pimulzabub is a no-go anymore. She's stuck now. Gwen, drums cost as much as... Yeah, she's a no-go. This one's still working. Suave, that'll still be another month or two. And our Moonbeam, our beautiful unicorn girl, she's a no-go. And of course, beautiful Lotus, also a no-go. We're not trying to get these ones anymore. Oh, wait a second. Well, Lotus, we can get her these events and dates. It's just, look at how many crystal hearts she needs. It's not even funny. We're not going to kill ourselves over this, guys. But for now, let's just, where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? We're just going to say, Mio's got a new set of clothes. She's our paladin healer. She's the healer of our group in these fantasy costumes. So now, event, main game, because we still need all these coupons and the bonuses. Maybe I'm going to get one of those group posters. Maybe the one around the fireplace. It's a Christmas one, but it's one of the ones we might be able to afford because I found out the end game coupons, if we can make it to the last box in the game, that's not 30, that's 100. And for the coupons, let's just take a look where we're at. Ticket booth, we got 20. We got 20 coupons. It'll take 60 coupons to get a Ruri her special outfit, or we can get 2 outfits I don't want to buy, but I mean the wedding dresses are only 30. And I don't want to buy anything for characters we don't even have yet. I just don't want to waste them on that. Or we can go for the posters, which could be 100 each. We're not going to get the girls from the main game, although if we sit on the 100 coupons, it'll be like 5 events before we can get to just simply outright buying one of the girls. It's like 500. But it means that might be the only way we ever get Kira, who has the blue hair here, the black hair with the blue streaks, which of course, that's my color. Or Nixie, who's the shark girl, who I think is really cool. And we only saw her last month. We didn't win her, but we did get all of these. So, well, that's where we're at. And we still have 2 days after this. So we have until Tuesday at 1, and it's the summertime. So I have the Tuesday morning to give. So we're going to try for it. We have 4 boxes left to win. And we need Honey to be an awkward bestie, Shibuki to be a girlfriend, Fashion to hit 57, Honey to be a lover. So let me see. We don't need to max Shibuki. We don't need to max Honey. Although knowing these girls, we might have to for the sake of placating the other girls. So Fashion is at 53. This is going to be a timing game at this point. We only have the 1 time boosted times 8. We spent all the rest of all those coupons or those hourglasses just to get us buffed, but we buffed everything. So hopefully the buffs can beat the system. All right, Shibuki. Is it Shibuki first? Oh, it's Honey first. But wait, Shibuki needs to be a girlfriend. Look at all those tickets. We need those tickets. Okay, Honey and Honey. Shibuki and Honey. Well, they're the only 2 left because we've got Polly, we've got Beaverly, we've got Bellatrix, and that only leaves 2 girls. Less girls in this event, but what can we do about it? Okay. Ooh, but wait, Honey. All right. How many time warps do we have? We have 15 out of 20. Ooh, that's a long way to go. Okay, let's throw all we've got. We got to raise her up or we're blocked with our goals and we want all the buffs we can get. So CD-ROMs. And I'm going a little bit cautious here so that the money works in our favor. Ooh, communications, is that still running? And it's not. Okay, we'll throw it on this for a minute. On Moonlight Strolls? Ugh. Ugh. It always hurts when you have to shut something down. The least of the money makers, although they all make good money now, we'll do that. Honey, Moonlight Strolls. We're going to go again. She's dressed kind of like Thelma, do you think? We got the TARDIS. At least my rigging's back. Oh, that's been terrible. All right. So communications has to be a 48, and it is at a 44, and it's buffed. Nothing more we can do. Shibuki, it's the last thing we can move on. before we head off to, we're going to go to the Mopar car show. Cordino took us there, yeah, Magnus's dad, and showed me how to find it. And so I'm going to go back and take more pictures of Mopar. I don't know how many people are into, I think that's the Dodge stuff, but there's some pretty cars, and I've gotten smarter about them. I'm starting to take pictures of the insides or if they have funny logos on them. Some are a bit of a wreck. A lot of them are for sale, but some of them look really pretty. And the last two I got yesterday were most gorgeous, but it was so huge, guys, that I couldn't get to them all. I was tired, and I actually caved in, and I was wearing good shoes. Today I'm going to be in my flip-flops. Let my toes see the sunlight. Show off my show off my pedicure. I mean, what are pedicures for? And I'm wearing a white beater today. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna get more pics, guys. And I'm gonna take the outside edge to see what I missed, because sometimes people aren't there for all the days. But you get to see more of the cars going in and out on the move there too. And it's just a pretty walk around the town where it's in. It's New Hampshire, Ontario. It's the biggest one. And you know what? Since I'm not going to any cosplay events this month, I figure I got to give you guys something. And surprisingly, some people have mascots in their vehicles that really made me laugh. I've been laughing out loud this week a couple times. For a week, that's been pretty sad. Past 2 weeks, there's been a few things giving me a few tears. Related to losing guildies, losing lifetime, WoW players that have been my friends online since I began playing, including the one that brought me into the game. Man, it kind of hurts to know that this is coming or has happened. And you know, Traxxer, I want to shout out to Traxxer for being a friend, because you know what? The people I met through WoW, strangely enough, have been friends to me, support in all the real world stuff. And we do meet some, we meet some people that are just there to play games. But some of us, we do invest a bit in our real lives with each other. And maybe sometimes it's easier and cheaper than getting a therapist. But thank you for spending the time just hanging out with me, watching anime with me. Look forward to doing that again. And yeah. So thanks for your friendships online, guys. I know it's different than face-to-face stuff, but sometimes that extra voice out there, someone you kind of get to know while we play our video games, while we do our hobby, it's really helpful. So thanks for that. Thanks for the cheer up. And I'm motivated. I want to get back to making those kind of videos, and I'm sitting on so many scripts. I mean, I talked with Traxxer too about all the memes that I wrote up months ago that now I don't connect with. I'm like, what was I thinking? So I'm gonna be trashing a lot of stuff, but that happens ever since I started streaming. There were so many things, directions I thought I was going. Some I keep thinking I'm gonna go back to. Some I know eventually I'm gonna take the time and plot out the time just to finally sit and focus on it. But it also depends on our moods, and the things shifting in our real worlds do impact that too. And it's funny that this summer I've seen things be very different than the past 2 summers, but I'm in my 3rd year now. And things have to evolve, things breathe, things expand, and things shrink, and then, you never know how you feel again. But sometimes going back to the OG content, or time slots, or the way I treated it, or things that work versus things that different, the people who were first with me, the people who are with me now, that flexes. So I'm just rolling with it all, and while I do, I take in the color therapy of the Crush world and the dating Sims games. I don't really think that I'm dating them. Like, I know they're different, but it's just fun to progress because it gives us tiny little achievements, even if it's not tangible. When we need to just sit down sometimes, because sometimes I realize, like yesterday, didn't really have much sitting down. So today, my feet are ready. I'm going back out there. So let's do this. Okay. This, we just don't have enough money running. Nothing I can do there. Gonna put the money back on this. And by the time we get back tonight, before we head into the WoW stuff, maybe we'll just do a quick check-in of this one last time. And then we'll get into the WoW content. Or vice versa. Vice versa is fine, because we've still got 2 more days after this. Because what I've learned is when it says Time Warp Event 3, really that includes the day we're on. So there's 2 more after this. So another full day, and Monday's not usually when I stream. I think I'm going to be playing Peekaboo this Monday because I'm motivated. And guys, I'm so sorry, but there are no memes or videos set up for this week. Nothing is pre-recorded at this point, but I'm sitting on so much new assets that I collected over this summer, which I said was one of my goals earlier this year. in the wintertime, I said that was one of my goals, and I've really done it. I just didn't expect that I wouldn't have time to sit down and produce it. That's what I'm going to do next. And I'm going to rely on all the musical assets that I've created this year because now I've got enough to use for my own shows that come from me. I still go into the Mix Kid stuff and sometimes the Pexels stuff when I want to change, but I think I haven't overdone them yet. But if you've got a favorite music style, just let me know what you'd like to hear. And I always list in my episode details who my sources are, and I always pick the public domain, no copyright, free to use stuff, and I always let you know what it is because I'm like that. I'm honest about it. So here we go. We need thumb drives. We've got the money running the best that we can. We buffed up whatever we can. Oh, taste is hit. So let's see. We don't need taste anymore. I'm going to put that towards the money. So while I'm gone today, oh, good. All our top producers, they're pushing out. We've got only one time thingy. We've got 15 out of 20 crystals. We do have to crystals. We have to time warp back to wherever we began in the game. And we need 5 crystals to do that. To do that, we've got to level these girls more. We will be able to. It's just the timing now. Because, really, I bought a few time jumps instead of speed boosts because I buffed things. I didn't have enough. I just didn't have the patience. It took me 2 days to get the first one. Senpai Fenrose, I did start with your strategy. Then I flipped back to my old things. And now, if I can, I don't think I'll get 30 for another time boost. So it's the time skips. Maybe will save me. But I've done a lot of time boosting. Like I've got the hourglasses on a lot of stuff this time around. A lot of hourglasses are out there. I played it a little different. It's a little bit of you, a little bit of me. This strategy is a senpai baby. Okay, that's it. This is just passive waiting game. And at this point, our goals, I don't think they have anything to do. Oh, with fashion. We have to keep fashion going. Fashion is going, communications is going, and that's it. Everything else, no mercy. All right. We don't know what these girls were asked for in the end. I'm sure if I did the research, I could find it out. But sometimes I don't like to cheat and I like the surprise. Let's hope that I was smart enough this round. Be kind with your jokes. Thumb drives. Can we do it? 43 billion. Oh, we can. Oh, but only one. Oh. But there's enough left. Okay, we can buy a couple of them. Let's hope we can buy enough. Let's do this. It's the death drag of purchases to move ourselves along in the game, one at a time. We're more than halfway, but we need 3. Is that money moving enough to wait for one more? Okay, we're gonna flirt a little. Flirty, flirt, flirt, flirty, flirt, flirt. I kind of like her veil held in by a ninja throwing star. I kind of like that better for like a bride than it's kind of like a ninja star. Little beads. Say little beads or little flowers hanging down from it, little berries. The ninja star with a snack, with a tiny veil under one, like, loop, a sort of Lucy Bun pony loop thing. I kind of like that look better than... Because it's kind of like a fascinator. Ninja fascinator snack hanging off of one little hair flippy loopy thing. Anyways, meh. I hope the weather was so gorgeous yesterday. It was so gray this morning, but it's turning out well. I know I should swim, but you know what? I think the walk will do me some good because I had to walk more in order to get from where there was free parking to thing. And I know the event's already started and it was so full yesterday morning. Oh my goodness. I don't know how lucky I'll be with the street parking. So, you know, parallel versus Sobeys. Let's just go to Sobeys. Let's just do that. Okay, let's do that. And we'll go, there was just so much. And I don't want it all to look the same, but I know it's a specific car brand. But all the different colors, the different motors, the different decals, the different mascots, which are cute. So for my anime friends who love my anime car show vibe stuff, this has still got a couple of surprises that are pretty cute. I'll try to mix them around. Because I just don't have, I don't even know if I have enough space to take it all. In fact, I don't know. I don't think I charged my phone. So it'll be like it'll be sort of like a sudden death sort of thing. In fact, you know what? Let's see here. I'm gonna, right now, We're gonna wait on this. Oh, you know what? I'll put on the game music. Okay, while that's running, we're gonna wait. We're gonna buy one more thumb drive. Then I'm gonna let everything run for the day, and I'm gonna stream a little check-in before we head into, or after we do all the WoW content I'm gonna do. Let's just do some decor. Traxxer had a great idea. Like, I never thought of the WoW content as subsets. I did know that there's PvP. I do know some people just want to see the upper mythic stuff, which I'm gonna leave to him. Cause I've lost my team. My team no longer is in WoW with me. They're either in other guilds or they're out of the game completely. And even though we're still in other things together, like WoW, or I know them in person, some just can't come back to the game. COVID really hit a lot of us hard, and there's been life changes, and even with me, I'm contemplating changes. Not that I want to, not that they want to, but just life happens. You know, so we'll see in the next, between now and the New Year's, things are going to be changing in the emotional, psychological landscape of our online worlds, for me at least, and the people making those decisions, or by default because it's a decision they don't get to make anymore. But whatever's going on, and I know I'm being a bit cryptic, you guys know life happens. And we've all been trying to skirt it or find ways around it or be creative about it. It's just kind of hitting me hard that there's just things that aren't our quest line. Okay, I'm standing up. Please enjoy this music. I'm going to be right back. I got to charge my phone. I have to make sure I can take some pictures at Mopar. Let me find my... I moved everything out of the way so that when Mark came to visit, I would be able to... Everybody knows some more space and stuff. Here we go. Ooh, I'm only at a half battery, so I definitely need to take a couple of minutes. Okay, so guys, maybe I'm gonna put a poll out there before I go today, and I'm gonna ask you guys, when it comes to the Tuckin' and Chill on Friday nights, my original content at the original times and formatting what the goals were, how I depicted the stories where we went from my main screen to a story screen, back to a main screen, to chit chat, whether I should bring back the guild night. There's going to be some polls coming out. I think I need to do them also because I want to engage you guys. What themes for memes or jokes do you want to see coming back? I know which ones hit the best over the past couple years. And I didn't do any mermaid content this year, but you know, where we go through my cooking shows, a lot of people don't watch it live, and I think it's fun for the people interested in it. I know not everybody's into it, and some people just kind of pop in just to support me, but if there's any places in the world, I think I'm going to go back to my OG content where I travel through all the countries where my viewers are from, because where my viewers are from now, the genders and the age groups watching me and for which kind of content has shifted for the first time. It's different than my first 2 years, and I don't know when the shift happened, but it's happened. And so I want to ask my current live viewers, where do you want me to go with this? And for the people who were with me in the past and still out there, do you want me to bring something back, or are you looking for a change? Because the one thing my content is not doing, my analytics is no longer showing me what else you guys are searching for. And I don't like the AI suggestions. None of them have ever resonated with me, but it's a computer that doesn't understand what I'm doing. It's just looking up keywords, right? So I'm disappointed with it, and I'm not following it. However, I'm going into Google Garage, which is giving me free marketing courses, free other stuff, and there's an IBM free set of courses. There's top 5 out there being advertised, but I'm checking out these 2 first. I don't really understand this stuff for IBM, but I talked to Magnus about it because he did economics in school, so maybe he can do something with that. But some of these supposedly lead to real certificates you can put on your resumes. Now, I've done some Udemy stuff, but I don't want to pay for anything anymore, and I didn't finish some of those courses. Doing the binaural beats, I think I finished one of those, but I kind of kept pulled away from that because of how much time it took. Now that things like Suno are out there, but people are mad at me for using Suno apparently. But I'm writing my song. Suno is not changing my lyrics, guys. Those are my lyrics. And those are my prompts, and I'm picking stuff, and I do write music notes using all those mixer things that DJs use, I've erased a lot of the apps because my computers keep crashing. You just can't carry anything, so unless I'm doing something. But like I've said in the past, it could take me hours for weeks to make something I then hate. But I do have piano music with Royal Conservatory of Music, real piano notation like Mozart and Bach would use. Although I'm not at their level. That's a grade 10 level. I'm a grade 5 level, but I do have that. I'm not a baby steps beginner learner. I know there's taps out there, and I don't understand taps, but that's for people who don't understand music in notation the way I do, with treble clef, bass clef, and all that. But I want you to know I have that training. I do have that understanding, and I am applying these things. I want to make my music videos, the solfeggio rhythms, the binaural beats, the bilateral sounds. I mix it all in Audacity. Sometimes 12 to 14 tracks, sometimes only 2. You know, I'm put it behind my voice. I am doing these things, but I do use apps and programs like anybody does. I mean, how many singers out there use computer systems, although it's not considered AI, to adjust and enhance their voices to sing themselves? And when you hear them a cappella, you're like, ooh, yeah, you're not as talented as I thought. And you know, and then I love the singers who I knew for certain styles, but can totally sing opera or gospel style. Like, to me, gospel and opera is pretty similar. It's tonal. It's really, like, they can really project with their lungs beautiful tones and ranges that you find because you like, who's that singer, like the Masked Singer events, and you find out, oh my god, you sing like that, and I listened to you all my life like this, but you use the money in that niche in order to get the money to do your own stuff now. Like, wow, love that guy, especially Blue Monster. If you guys like a film, like, I couldn't believe you blew my mind, man. I'm still your fan. Yeah, okay, so this is taking longer than we thought, but I'm glad I have a chance to just, like, pour out my thoughts. Ramblings of a Death Knight. You guys asked me that in the last poll, and I think I really delivered on that, but you guys have to tell me what you want me to ramble about, because at this point, I don't know what to touch. So I don't want to get too political. I know some of you like to see when I did the memes using Anduin meets, like, all the different political leaders at the time. Even that has changed around where I am now. But I've never felt quite safe going into that. And at the car show, there are people putting stickers in about that, but I don't want to touch those, so I'm not taking pictures of that stuff. But you guys have whoever you have. And how much voice do we really have? Because even they change our voting districts, right? From time to time, right? So, and not everybody is running to be, or I don't even know how to get into it. I think I want to run for politics, guys. I've always thought about it only because I hate certain things and want to change certain things, but I think I'd have to run in as an independent. I'd probably draw more people voting against me because it's me, because they want to make sure I don't have a voice, rather than, but you know what? You'd always be surprised. For being an unknown, you get 50 votes just for being another option for somebody who doesn't like anybody else. I do that sometimes. I vote to vote against everybody else. But hey, you maneuver the way you can. You use your strategy for what you can, just to nullify what you don't like when you can't replace what you don't like. Hey, go for it. But I think I might do that. I want to know how. But when I ask the people holding the portfolios, the premiers for that, they don't answer back ever. Like, can I work for you? They never answer back. I have to investigate that, but I think that's been running in my mind lately. Why not? If you're over the age of 18, you put down $100, you can run, guys, in the local stuff. We shall see. Oh, just the ramblings of a Death Knight. And I am going to be videotaping soon me drawing the second half of Traxxer's body, and then I'll be videotaping me using Callida to make 2 different versions of colorations of the Traxxer, that picture. And then I'm going to shrink it all down so Traxxer and I can use it as a react, so that when we do our collabs I can learn how to make one work properly, because I don't get it, but I know that I have uploaded them before for other people, but they created them and I just copied the Giphy links. But this time around I want to do it proper. I have to learn how to use them. But first, you're going to see those stages, because I think some people do like seeing when I draw for myself, to prove to you these sketches do come from me, even if I use other apps to get them filled in. And this time around, I don't have time to redraw tracks, so sometimes I sketch for you guys and then I tape it into a window. Have you guys remember doing that in grade school? I tape them into the window and I tape paper on top, and then I redraw it neater, because I could see the lines from underneath and I could smooth it out. Second time around, that's a stage I've never shown you do. But I don't think that's cheating, guys, and that's not AI. That's me taking my first draft and using the techniques I learned as a child, as a minor in grade school, under the age of 10. You tape that picture into the window and you trace it. And you know what? I watch a lot of people in the library sit with comic books and just draw, and that's how a lot of people learn. Just practice copying what you see. Get a good smooth hand on it. Get a feel for it. And the newest drawer that I found on Twitch, I really like. I haven't seen them a second time yet, but I really like. I forget their names, but it's all a bunch of ex-WoW players. So it was a fun conversation, fun group. Can't remember his name, but his ink work is fantastic. I'm gonna do some of that. I don't know when I'll have the time, but I want to just come back to drawing. I think I was putting it into my tuck and chill night sometimes. I think I could tuck it into if I bring back my guild meetings once a month. The end of the month. I was supposed to do it for August, actually. Bring it back at the last Saturday of August. My Twitch feed instead of WoW is going to be me drawing and get that in. I was doing it on Sunday nights, actually, sometimes instead of WoW. Watch me draw. I was, you know, maybe Monday nights will be for that. But, you know, once I get back into a day job in September, I don't know if I'll be commuting to another city or not for that job. We'll see. But maybe that'll be peekaboo. Let's draw tonight. Maybe I'll do it instead of every week, once every other week. I know Traxxer was telling me some people with a big following are only once a week in a particular sub-niche of things they like. I don't think I could do that. But I know I'm spending a lot of time online and I'm trying to balance the real world physical. Stay with my swimming, stay with my big walk, stay with my cosplay stuff, and then share what I do when I do it. Hope I still grow. And Traction, I talked about, if I can get a better paying job, guys, I will pay that subscription fee to go so that I can dual stream, because a lot of people out there with the bigger audience, they do less online, but what they do is very targeted, but they can stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I'd like to be able to do that, but right now I don't have the money to do that. And I'm not asking, when I talk about money, I am not asking you to give me any money. I'm not affiliated, I'm not whatever Z things, I'm not selling anything that I do. So it's just to hang out online and do something I'm gonna do. I'll share it with people, and hey, that's how I met some of my new buddies out there. And I always have fun incorporating you guys into my shows, unless you tell me you don't like it, like you don't want that attention, and that's alright too. Okay, are we ready for the thumbnail? While my phone won't be fully charged by the time I head to this event, I do want to show. Ooh, we're almost there, guys. We need to be at a 43. I don't want to waste any of the gold, so I can't buy myself anything, but let's check on Honey. Oh, she's so close, though. Communications needs to be 48. Oh, in 12 minutes. Maybe I can hang in there for 12 more minutes. I don't know what I'll talk to you about, though. 12 more minutes. This will pop. Can we get... See, I'm hoping that this... I know this tapping. Tapping Shibuki. Keep your minds clean. No, anyways, we're not in my kitchen. You don't have to keep your minds clean. Think what you want. Tapping Shibuki right now isn't getting much along, but I'm hoping that every time I buy the thumb drive, I haven't looked yet, that this green circle for thumb drive jumps forward more a lot. I'm hoping it's significant, because maybe the last 3 purchases will get us very close, and then I'll throw money at it. Ooh, but we're only at 59. All these taps are not even moving me by a 0.1%. That's harsh. But we only need 1 billion more to go. Huh? How, you know, in real world, a billion would stretch me quite a long way. How would I ever get 1 billion? I'd like to win the lottery. I'd like to tell you that, or a big bingo jackpot, but I never pay to play. I don't pay to play. As you guys know, that's how I treat my gaming too, for the most part. However, there are some things I pay to play. We need to do some hush-hush, guys. I need to carve out times. Times and days of the week. I have to look at it more mindfully, because there's so much I like, and there's like a split between the people who love the Sad Panda stuff and the people who love the WoW content. And some of you like the Harry Potter content. I started with the Harry Potter content. Whenever I traveled, that's the only thing I could play off of my little handheld device. And Legacy, which I never got back to because I don't have a controller. But I'm getting better with the WASEFD. It's annoying though. I'd rather have just use my arrows. I understand that much better. Okay, we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Then we're gonna check on honey. Communications. Wow, I talked for 2 minutes there. It doesn't feel like a lot, but for you it might be. So let me know in the post comments, guys. Do you want me to go back to the tuck in and chill night a little earlier? Do you want me to do tuck and chill night a little later? Because it originally was 11 to 1. Because I wasn't dating anybody. But it was because it was to address the aspect of life where we have insomnia and want someone to hang out with, but we're not going out. We don't have the cash to go out, so we just want to help us sleep. And I was doing really well with that, but I was using personal time, a couple hours, to actually build the visuals so that I could say hello, then switch into the screen visuals to help you imagine the story that I'm narrating, and then come out. And I did my ASMR and the binaural beats from my real certificate, which counts as not like massage therapy, but in that secondary medical field. I do have a certificate for guided visual imagery training, and I did do the binaural beats certificate from Udemy. Now I know you may not look at that as the same as being in a fine arts course in a university, but it's what I could afford, and I did do those courses in my first year and two of streaming. And so legitimately I have those and was applying them. But to do all of that, it took me a long time to do the visuals, and that's why my Brave Immortal Souls got really stagnated for 2 summers now, 2 years, because I really did do like 12 to 14 tracks of binaural layering sounds to fully make an audio landscape, an audio sound sculpture, if you will. Like legit from fine arts concepts, like you walk through a gallery of sound sculpture, you'll know what I mean by that, of surround sound. I really was doing that in those stories. It was just taking so long that I started to follow wherever the analytics was taking me. And the memes really are getting me more, but there's almost an even split, not quite, but more of the memes than the videos, but some are watching videos. Some watch both. But there seems to be a divide between. Also, handheld devices is #1. TV is #2 for the watching. And it seems handheld is more memes and the TV is more, with the wider screen, the more the video watching, which is interesting. But I know that the people watching the videos by TVs are doing it for my sleep aid meditation video content. Whereas the people doing handhelds are looking for a quick laugh. Like just a little mini break, right? So it all makes sense to me, and I have my asynchronous group who loves the cooking stuff, and I'm mindful of their cooking needs, lifestyle, and also medical when I do these shows, and also just the fun of incorporating the people who live chat with me. I always make the focus on them, so I know that some of you may lurk, and stay in your comfort zone, please, and thank you for those lurks or the asynchronous watches. But if you're not so shy, let me know what country you want to visit, or I'm going to start visiting where my viewers are from again. And that's what I did in my first year of cooking shows before I got into the fantasy niches. We loved Harry Potter cooking, we loved WoW cooking, we loved Disney video cooking, like going into all the lores and the realms to eat like we're from there for theme party stuff, you know, because I love that. I love hosting in the real world. Okay, I think we can do it, guys. Let's go get the thumbnail. Whoop. Go back. And so, tell me what you want. Tell me what you want for the jokes, the visuals, the memes content, the ramblings of a death night content that you'd like to hear my thoughts on, whatever topic. Sometimes it's a little longer, sometimes a little shorter. The meditation videos and these car shows will always be longer. And if you want me to put you on the party bus and you're one of my subscribers, let me know if you want to be on the party bus, and we'll talk about what kind of visual I can make for you to put you there. I think there's still a couple of outstanding party buses I can do. Usually the max I put people on a bus is 3 times. If you've never been on, I'll put you on. If you've only been on once, I'll do it twice, unless you tell me you don't want that kind of attention. But if I know your music styles, I will do my best to source for you interesting pieces from those genres. I'll do my best to match, but of course, I know people usually tell me specific singers and bands, and I can't do I have to find copyright. So I analyze like what styles are that, and then I go trying to find those styles as available in the sources that I don't have to pay, that give us the free rights to use it. Because I'm not monetized, that gives me a lot more reach. When I monetize, those things will just be archived and I'll go through my channel and archive what I have to archive, and I'll pay for subscriptions with, you know, when I'm ready for that, because I consider that my demo tapes. And I'm looking at trying to train. I've looked up ways to train my voice so that I can sing my own songs in a better way, since there's been such hatred of me singing in the quirky way I sing by some people, but not all of you, not my subscribers, random outsiders. I've never understood why a stranger bothers to come in and harsh on someone that is minding their own business in their own channel. And I know that my subscribers know that it's a spoof, that I own that I sing badly, but I will sing for you if you ask me to, and definitely for your birthday. If you want a birthday song, I will give you one. And I do write my songs myself. There's no AI writing my lyrics, guys, and I'm not using AI to edit my lyrics. I've been writing poetry and creative writing stories all my life since I was a little kid. I've even found some of it from grade school. And I think by grade 6, which is when we're about 10, 11 years old, I was doing like volumes of it. And my only regret is I don't have my early sketching, so by grade 6 I was pretty good at especially horses and eagles, because I like drawing Pegasuses, and mermaids because I would study fish to do the tails and humans to draw the upper body. Like, just anything that I liked basically was inspired by Peter Pan, the Disney movie. I know that's not something people show anymore because it didn't age well with the politics of today and what's politically correct now. And I understand all of that, and I'm not dissing any of those changes, but I just was, as a little kid, watching Disney movies. Those types of things inspired me, and I wrote an entire theme park for mermaids because I liked meeting them from Peter Pan. Although now I look back and go, wow, they were evil and trying to murder Wendy, but at the time, I thought they were, you know, all these beautiful mythological creatures and elves, which is what sucked me into WoW, because of course I will never let up my Belf Pallies and my Belf Death Knights are still my favorites in the game. My Nelf Druid, the first of my characters ever, I'll never give them up. I love elves, and that they have blue skin or blue hair makes them even more wonderful to me. And the glowing eyes, just love it. Hee hee hee. Anyways, okay, Shibuki, we've done all we can. We got 5 out of 7 thumbnails. It did move the green around. We're at 74%. That's not bad. I'm gonna head off to Mopar, guys, because today's the last day of this once-in-a-year annual car show. And since you guys like my car show videos, and I found some car owners have very fun mascots or decals. Not a lot, but there's some surprising, funny things where I really had a good chuckle. And I've got to say, the people who bring their cars to car shows are the nicest people to chat with. I haven't met one mean person. So just like when I go to cosplay events, the smaller ones, even here, I haven't met any body shaming. I haven't met any fandom shaming. I've met just really kind, warm people. We may all not be from the same walk of life, or the same place of birth, or the same backgrounds to begin with, but people, you can really just have a warm little few words together, a chit chat, a real laugh, a real fun. It's a simple, straightforward event, and I like it. And hopefully I'll see some interesting other vehicles as I'm walking up and down the street, seeing fun cars parked on the side of the road, driving in and out, parked in driveways near the event, because people are showing off what they've got. I may not know what they all are. It was really fun to go through this car show with Cordino, because he was building cars and he was drag strip racing. Like, dragsters is like the sports cars where you go in a straight line as fast as you can. You need a parachute to stop. He used to do that, so he could tell me a lot about vehicles. And I've been in parades with him in the past with hot rods and car shows and festivals. I would ride in those. Like, he had this one Excalibur that I helped to. I would hold up all the pieces that would be sprayed silver. Magnus would be working on it with his brother and Cordino, and Cord would really race the cars. He's like, I'm not a mechanic, but they tell me to hand them a wrench, and I'll hand them a wrench. And my job was, you know, this is when we were teenagers, guys. I would hold all the pieces. They would spray silver, because they're like, you're a girl, you do dance class, you can do yoga, do the tree pose and hold these in the air for the next hour or two for us, don't fall. So they trained me for survivors, you know, all those stand still and don't move and don't fall things. I could win those, guys. I could do that for hours so that no dust or dirt or particle would touch anything, so the silver would dry without any blemishes or scuffs. You know, girl, when we do nail polish and so you forget and you're not quite dry and something touches it and it messes the whole like texture, I was the girl that prevented that on the couch. And then we take it to festivals and take it into parades, and we do like the Bugsy Malone, whatever, the Al Capone kind of, with these giant super soakers, and we would squirt the kids in the audience who loved it. They'd ask for it. I was the one that put ice cubes in it, not boiling water. I wasn't mean, and I had the super soaker, and just, yeah, that's what I would do at parades in a Excalibur Phantom. The black old-timey cars where you can see the silver engines, and kind of like driving Miss Daisy front, but no top on it, and it, like a wheel on the back. It was awesome. I loved that was the best. So I've always loved hot rods. I used to want to draw the shells of race cars. I was hoping to be like a race car shell designer, but you know, it's all been done. The Italians in Milan took care of that. I just hope one day by accident I somehow magically win a Lamborghini Countach. That would still be my favorite in all the world. I also love this 67 silver chrome aqua blue, like the electric blue, with the hubcaps that raise over the top of the body, aerodynamic Corvette. Loving that one. That's more maybe realistic before I die. I don't know, but probably not. Probably not. So I'd like to buy a house first. I don't think that's in the picture, but I will say, after hosting yesterday, I love my apartment. It's the best one I've ever had. It's the newest building I've ever been in. No bugs. Nothing in the walls except walls with all the electric wires and the fiber optics that bring me Wi-Fi and you. My connection to you. Okay, I think we've done it. Honey. Oh, we made it, guys. I was able to chit-chat long enough to move her along. We met a goal. Let's do this. Speed boost. Yay. Shibuki has to be a girlfriend. We are down to the last 3 boxes in the game. We're working on box 22. We want those tickets because those tickets may purchase for us one more special event outfit or maybe a poster. Let me see. We have 20 plus 30 is 50. Nah, we need more for a poster. But we get 100 in box 24. So we'd have 160. That, oh, no, 150. Do we? No, 150? 150, we could get the poster and then sit on the last bit of... No, we could get the poster and a wedding dress, but you know how I feel about buying wedding dresses? Ugh. But, you know, it's new clothes. If it looks better than the main outfit, you know, I like to put people in different outfits. Because I love cosplay. I'm going to make these girls cosplay too. Okay, Shibuki, you're looking great as a little geisha girl. I never thought that, but hey, yeah, a girl's gotta look. I like the little softy bow. Okay. Just checking to see what needs to run in order to max them out while it's passively, I was gonna say crawling up today. Creativity. So we're switching this out. Creativity is now the thing. Fashion still needs to happen. There it is, 57. Let's see if it is 57. No, okay, so it's definitely going to need a few hours to get there. So that's going to stick. That's all we need. We'll take her on dates later. Flip flows. What is it with my speaking date? No, but we want to buy those thumb drives. Which one's first? Shibuki's first. We're going to wait for the thumb drives. Then we max out honey. Yeah, we're gonna conserve. Ooh, we've got 2. How many time warp crystals do we have? 16. We only need 4 more. We're making it. We're going to make this, guys. We're going to make this. I'm sure. I'm feeling very sure about this. It is time. Let's head into the main game. Ooh, what a blast. Sorry. Good morning. I don't know why the volume hasn't changed, but somehow it's much bigger than the main game. Just checking here. Okay. We're gonna have to wait till tonight in order to work on this, but so far we're working for Serena's outfits. Don't have Serena, but she is the voice of the home defense system, like the alarm system for the house in Sabrosa that you visit when you go into the Hush Hush game, which we're gonna do soon. One day. On a peekaboo session, I'm sure. Okay. That's it. We're gonna say goodbye. And we're back into my corridor. Well, Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Say synchronously, pop me a like, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe. I'll be back tonight. We're going to work on decor and housing. We're going to finally build the kitchen room. I don't even have a plan for it, but we'll see what I can collect. And we're going to build it in the Horde House while we work on the community stuff, because we have a limited time, and there's been 2 or 3 days where I haven't played it at all. Oh, that's scary. So there's a limited event. We're gonna work hard on it this week. On the YouTube side, we'll do that tonight in Dragonflight Follies. I'm gonna keep the name of the show because it just sounds nice. And we still go in and out of Dragonflight. The Drax here still visit our neighborhood from time to time, every couple of months. So I'm keeping the name. I just like it, and just know it's from WoW. Other than that, have a great day. I'm heading off to Mopar. I'm gonna collect more assets for. We're gonna probably get 2 different car show, a part 1 and part 2, a day 1 and a day 2. Which I think is fair, and because I'm really doing it that way, just like with my cosplay events. I'm gonna hope that I find more fun, cute, funny, unexpected decals and mascots inside the dashboards and stuff in the back seats. There's some really cute stuff. I'll go hunting for it, and I'll try to find anything there that will be different from what I've already seen. A lot of it looks the same in different colors, but there are differences. Everyone does spec things out in different ways. Cordino won't be there with me today, so I don't get the insight on which ones are the best ones, because he really did say these ones are the good ones whenever possible, because I wanted to have that guy who was a race car driver who used to help his mechanic friends build up his cars. And the one I helped him with Magnus, we really do know each other from childhood. We grew up together, guys, and even though some of them are not in the game anymore, they're still with me in the channel, and they're part of my lore. And the stories, I will eventually get it out of my head onto paper. No AI involved, guys. I've been writing this stuff since the first day I logged into WoW, because at the time, I wasn't a video gamer, but I needed something to do living in isolated places in northern Canada where there was nowhere to go but your job, which was the school building. That was it. You were lucky if there was a hockey arena in these smaller places, and if not, we were out there on the frozen ice that people put in ice road trucker shows, playing hockey around the rigs that were falling in. You know, we didn't fall in, so we were laughing as long as the drivers were okay. Anyways, those are stories for another day, but those of you who have known me and listened to my rambles know all about all that. I'm really a legit girl from the north, which is why I love Northrend, which is why I love my DK from the winter world of WoW. And we're gonna go back to Azeroth tonight. I will see you at what is it? Oh, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's midnight over in Europe. I hope to see you guys there. Until then, I'm off to Mopar to collect us some new pictures for the next meditation chill out videos of the car show's biggest Mopar event in Canada. It's the Dodge brand. I know a lot of people aren't into that, but you know what? I like it. It's a car show. I can get there free. Let's do this thing. And then I've got a little more content that I collected myself. And I always take my own pictures, even the things that are sketches. In my first year, those are my sketches that I monochromed up using Corel Paint, because I liked the sketch features, and I liked the sepia, and I liked the watercolor paints. And my original intro outro scenes, again, made by me, and then I ran it through Corel. I'm not using Corel these days. This computer doesn't have it. The old computer died. I had like 3 factory resets and it died, which was pushed me into memes in the first place, because it was the only thing I could do without all the systems running until I could. Magnus saved me and built me the computer I use now. All right, guys, that's enough of my chit chat. Ramblings of Death Knight are done. I'm off to be in the outer world, breathe some fresh air. Oh no, the clouds are rolling in. Hopefully it holds off, because I'm gonna go. I'm gonna enjoy my day. Take care out there, everybody. I'm Venus Callida, and I'm gonna see you tonight in a few hours. Have fun, and don't forget to hydrate. To your health and mind. Chin chin. See ya.